Hello everybody, welcome back to episode 13 on our Total War Warhammer series. Let's see. I am going to... I see an enemy hero here. Now the thing is, I'm thinking dangerously. So this is just kind of follow my line of logic here. This enemy is a basically pretty powerful enemy leader. It's their strongest enemy leader, you might say. And he's going to go here to Fieldorf and he's going to take it back, just like he did to Weisenberg. But what is a problem for him is he's going to be losing a large amount of units. By colonizing this settlement, he's going to have to give up a huge amount of his force in order to colonize it. So he's going to take a big hit. If I obliterate him in my next turn, he's going to get the reinforcements from this Fieldorf, but I think I could still kill him. And then this town would be without its leader. And I can attack the town with, I mean, he'd be able to reinforce it, but now that I think about it, it's too risky, and I am on the verge of doing pretty well, and I don't want to lose a large amount of my powerful forces. So let's see, if we check on Averheim, we see that its corruption is rising towards about 28%, which is not the best. Public order is dropping, but I think I'm going to have the... oh man. It's difficult to maintain public order in a province like this. I can keep my main hero here, but I really want to punish Dwarf. So maybe what I'll do is I will move him here down to Grenstadt, which will get me closer to Schwarzhofen. And Schwarzhofen is one of the areas within western Sylvania where I can increase my forces. I want to replace these skeletons with grave guards, like 5, 10 turns ago. So that's my utmost goal, is replacing my military units with upgraded ones and consolidating my source of power. So looking at all these things, I can upgrade the tree to get Vargeis again, which would be really nice to be able to get those, I gotta be honest. And I have them already, but my income is so low right now. So let's see, this dwarf guy, oh, he's still there. And we've got this one up here, building public order in this province, building corruption in this province. Corruption's raising way high. Public order is going way high. If I can get it up to, say, 100%, then I can leave, and it'll, even if it's negative, it doesn't really matter. In fact, it looks like it's +8 right now, and 7 of it is from this hero. If I run him from where he's at to this side of the map near Averheim, where I'm having constant attacks, I can consolidate that side. The only thing that scares me is this is such a critical area up here at Kislev. Such a critical area. No, I'm gonna keep him there. I'm gonna let him just continue to build the power of that little, like, island I almost have. Interestingly enough, no one owns Essen, and I'm not really in a rush to get it. I'm more interested, honestly, in spreading corruption and things like that around here, and taking Zavastra next. I would rather have Zavastra and have him be in this castle completely surrounded by enemies on all sides, but spreading corruption to all those enemies. I would rather have that happen than me take Essen like I had before and basically just be holding on to something with no chance of taking Beschefin and just have them take it and put money into it to have them destroy it again. No thanks. So they can do with that what they will. And this moot right here, this red circle of Wurtbad and moot right in the center of my army, oh, it was controlled by a separate province, but it saw itself getting completely enveloped from all sides by me, and it just devoted itself to the Emperor. And so now I can't really attack it without attacking the Emperor. So I'm not necessarily opposed to that, it's my ultimate goal, but with the dwarves doing what they're doing right now, it just seems kind of not the best idea. So let's see. I'm going to go through the hero skills and details, I should say, now. I'm going to get rid of the Scarecrow banner. Don't really need it. Going to get rid of the Treasurer. Don't really need it. Raise dead cost is okay. Magic items is okay. The Strider is really good. Magic item is really good. The Trickster's Helm is really good. The Sword of Battle, I feel like there might be a better one. I mean, +2 melee attack, that's the worst one there is. Sword of Swift Slaying is on my other hero. I'm going to take this gold sigiled sword. He has a Talisman of Protection, which reduces... It's no one's using. I'm going to take that one. Physical resistance 10%. So anything with a sword, an arrow, anything like that, done. Casting item can stay on the other hero. Let's see here. The Banner of the Eternal Flame imbues units with fire damage. I'll take that instead of the other one. And +1 public order in a local province, huh? It's not my most important thing. I'll save that and pick it up if no one else needs it. So she can take items as well, can she? So she's got growth. So let's see, who's next? Ah, the White King. I didn't know he could use items. It's pretty nice. Okay, so he can spread he has +3 vampire corruption in the local province, and he can also increase public order. So this guy, I'm going to give a black cat, which will increase it by another +1. I'm also going to give him... probably just the black cat, so he's just more powerful. Alright, this hero is going to get nothing there. Is going to get the 10% ward save, because that'll give him a chance. What does that exactly do? Ward save is the chance to avoid any type of damage that is reduced by this amount. Oh, so every time he gets hit, he has a chance to reduce the damage by 10%. Not bad at all. Alright, we're going to give him the Scarecrow banner, so he can assign that to one of his units. And I think all the other ones are assigned, yep. Alright, so for my guy that just gives out points, he's got income from crypts, that's fine, keep that. He's going to take the +1 of public order, Black Cat, away from the White King. The reason I want that is because this guy's entire job is to sit here and do nothing else but that. So, also want him to get +1 public order from the local province. Alright. Now for this guy... Now for my main hero, I'm also going to get the plus to campaign sight. Alright, so we've gone through all that, and I think we're ready to end our turn now.
Danger thou art in, mortal. Mine patience wears thin for thy parley.
A peace treaty, and they give me $1,000 if I choose not to destroy the people south of me, and I was not wanting to fight them right now, so I'm going after Zufbar instead. So yes sir, thank you. And he is running and taking even further losses. So he's rampaging through that area, which is really interesting. Alright, now I have a choice. I can take $3,000 from a strange sir, but for 3 turns all my areas will gain chaos corruption. Or I can have the opposite, and I can get +2 vampiric corruption at all provinces, but I don't get the money. Since my goal is to consolidate my power base, I'm going to take that and have all of my areas be a little bit more effective. Next turn, Rosalind will be able to join her allies in Southern Oblast and begin increasing the growth there to start spreading the corruption throughout the world.
Darkness come.
I'm so tired of chasing this guy around, I have to admit. But on the other hand, he's basically getting killed for nothing. He's just losing, look at it, he's just losing units every single turn now. And I am going to move my Banshee down and have her take out this guy. It's $500, but it's worth it. Failure. She got experience though. Alright, so here's my main hero. This guy's not a actual like enemy, so I don't want to attack him. This is going to be a pretty critical area I have over here, so let's see if I can hire a hero, and I can. Alright, so I'm going to get Maximilian Gorst, and he is charismatic. And he's going to sit inside of Averheim. And with him, I am now super negative on my income. And I'm going to also get him skeletons and zombies. Because of the bonus experience that my lord gives to every single unit in my faction, by getting these units early, they'll just continue to improve and improve and improve the entire game and increase the garrison within Averhelm, which now has a wall, is a rank 2 keep. I mean, it's a pretty strong place. I'm going to go to this guy, and I'm also going to go to his details and give him something for public order. And income, it's not bad. So the plus income will help. And I'm going to take the black cat away from this guy, because he's going to need it. He's a sitting still guy.
Champion of the dark.
Alright, my hero. Because I don't really feel like I need to worry about this side too much, I've got a hero there now to protect it. I can focus more on punishing this stupid dwarf that attacked me. Gosh, I'm so angry with him. He's still up here just rampaging. So while he's doing that, I'm going to just start destroying his settlement from around him. I'm going to take his flag and I'm going to wipe it from the face of the earth. I can't use his settlements for anything other than pillaging and ATM machines, basically. I'm just going to go back and forth, and I'm just going to just rip the treasures and jewels from his society. Sorry, was that too dark? He's so frustrating right now. Move up to a cutaway point. I want to get halfway between me and him to where no matter where he goes, I can get close enough to intercept him. I have $1,900. I need to do something to improve my income, even just slightly. Public order and 100 income, huh? So am I not taxing all my provinces? I definitely am.
Who wishes the red kiss?
My upkeep is just that bad right now. It's because he's raiding. That's only 140 to be honest. I'm literally just being starved to death.
Bow.
I have to take Karag Draenor. It's such a pointless, stupid waste of a attack because I don't really need it. I should go for his main city with this guy. This is a very powerful army. But I'm literally being starved to death. So I'm going to continue to, I'm going to end this turn and see what happens next. I'm so annoyed. That warrior priest right there in white is coming after... What is this guy doing? Yes. So that dwarf just made a huge miscalculation. So the gods are angry, and of course they're angry at the worst freaking possible time. So I can either give them a tribute of $1,000, which will basically break me, but then I get +4 public order in all of my provinces for 4 turns. Or I can say, hey, I don't care what you think, you're just gods, and all my towns will love me and grow and grow and grow, and then rebel almost instantly because I'm going to get -3 public order for 4 turns. So that's not even really an option. I'm going to take the hit and I'm going to get the +4 public order, which again follows my overall strategic view of consolidating the power that I have. Now, I mentioned earlier that the enemy made a huge miscalculation. It's actually twofold. The first miscalculation was not simply running home as fast as he could, by hanging around here and playing games with raiding and making money. He basically put himself in a terrible position. I can now use this army as a reinforcement to simply get close to him. So I'm going to get as close as I can on the opposite side of him.
Fight.
Still within my own territory as well. So I suffer no real loss. And this is where he made his huge mistake. By getting close enough for me to switch to a normal stance and attack him with this garrison, which I'm going to, I can reinforce it. And he's going to run. And he got extremely lucky with where he ran to.
I grow impatient.
He got extremely lucky with where he ran to. Because I can't engage him now with where he's at without his allies coming to him. Like, there's no way I can basically prevent him from getting to this settlement. Unless, yeah, because even if I attack it with this hero, my other hero is too far away to support. So, back to Drakenhof it is. And once again, this dwarf outmaneuvered me. But I may be able to make him pay. And by maybe, I mean like I'm almost guaranteed I can make him pay. And he's got another army being built in there. This guy is powerful. This dwarf, he is powerful. I'll give him that. And I got this guy running through. Ah, okay. So I got my hero right here. Taking my Banshee. And I can't even really do an assassination attempt. Well, I have to, because if not, success. She's level 5 now. Taking the assassin, 15% chance now. So the public order in this area is now +3. So it's going to start rising again.
Bring me flesh to craft.
Alright, now I'm in the pretty dangerous position where I'm basically broke. And I'm going to get even more broke next turn.
Darkness comes.
Move her into here and deploy Rosalind. So that gives a huge boost to growth. And corruption is now going up towards 80%. So that dwarf, he outmaneuvered me. I gotta give it to him. He suffered some devastating hits. But he got past me, destroyed, he attacked Schwarzhofen, did huge damage to Essen, completely obliterated it, and then continues to maneuver around me over and over and over. The only thing I will say is if he does get here and attack Schwarzhofen again, he might not survive this time. Because his units is continuing to take heavy losses from this attrition he's been running around doing. So,
I thirst.
and I'm not close enough to attack him with this hero.
Bend to my will.
This is pretty frustrating, I have to admit. Alright, well, I'm going to the edge of my territory, and depending on where this gentleman goes, we'll have to see. This dwarf. So we're going to end our turn on that. So the enemy warrior priest saw his counterparts being cut down by my banshee assassin, and then basically decided it wasn't worth it. Although they're being saved now by the simple fact I can't afford to assassinate characters anymore.
Do not underestimate the danger thou art in, mortal. Mine patience wears thin for thy parley.
So they offer me $1,000 because I'm broke. I can't really turn that down very well. I mean, I can. It says I have an overwhelming power compared to them. And they offer me peace. And this country, or the people that is offering me peace, owns all of this area here. The thing I'm worried about, or not necessarily worried about or interested in, is what's my relationship with Kadrin? It looks like the only nation that I'm at war with is Zufbar. And if that's true, then I might be able to momentarily use this time of peace to again further consolidate and take Ostermark. I need to consolidate this area here, and Beshefen is a gigantic target. The reason it's such a big target, because I don't want to take Stirland because I'll anger the Empire, which is all of this huge area here. It's probably one of the most powerful armies left. Ostermark, however. Ostermark. If I take Essen again, then I can consolidate all this area here and have all of this still flanked by dwarves, but I think that they're under attack from greenskins. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to take the peace treaty, and I'm going to let the frustration end, because I'm tired of chasing him around and accomplishing little to nothing, and I really need the money. He takes that and he evacuates his stupid heroes from my land, and then he gets his other troops out. Now it's time to increase the strength of what we have. We've got $1,000 in a negative income. Averland, what can you do for me with $1,000? 100 income and +1 public order? Yeah, in 3 turns though.
No.
Enemy level 4. Let's get him. Too low of a chance, huh? Alright, so do we have any enemy heroes that are still in my area that shouldn't be? Anybody I need to punish? I think it's time, with that peace treaty, to start heading north. Because I've got I've got a strong army sitting here across from Besseven, just waiting. I'm taking Essen. That's it. Essen and Beshefen. I've got an army up there already, and I can move up another army and attack with 2 powerful ones. And take his cavalry from him. Ray's dead. That unit of 3 cavalry is going to eventually be part of my main army. That's why I bought it. I know I took a loss, or I took a big hit, so what I'm going to do now is drop this entire force that I bought, raised. Big loss to money, big waste, taking the hit. Just had to happen. Alright, so now I've got a ghoul, banshee. And I want her to get in the middle of the town and just kind of hang out. I can promise I'll make you some money so you can start slaughtering people again.
What?
Alright, so I really need to start working on my income. Now that I don't have to work about the dwarves, it is time for me to head north.
Cower before me.
Yeah, So it's going to be a little while before I... Well... Do I really want to take that, or do I want to take what I have? Man, that is tough. I really need to take back Essen, though.
I'll take Sigmar's throne.
Gonna remove these zombies too. That'll give me more income. Now I'm only negative 59. That's definitely not so bad. Alright, I'm moving my hero up here to Essen. He's gonna take Essen, but in order to do so, he's gonna take attrition. While he's there, he's gonna take a huge loss to all of his units. They're gonna have to basically take deaths, or they're gonna suffer losses in order to settle. And so by doing that, he's going to take over that land, stay there for a couple of turns, and consolidate it, get some corruption build, and get his units replenished while I get my hero up in this direction. And we're going to hit Beschafin with 3 heroes at once. Because I just had a new peace treaty with all my nations down here. I'm going to hit all 3 of them. I'm going to take Beschafin. I'm going to have Essen. And then I'm going to control a huge new swath of terrain. And you're like... Wait, you're talking about taking a huge new territory when you're trying to consolidate. I believe that the best way for me to consolidate is to keep my lands connected and controlled. By having my corruption here, and then nothing, and then my corruption, I suffer attrition every single time I travel from one side to the other. As well as I don't have road access between these two, so I suffer huge losses to just being able to travel, see things, everything. So it's kind of the way it's going right now. Our land down here is going to be kind of risky. I've got dwarves and fighting empire. Let them do their thing. The reason I say that this is risky, if I get a siege going on by an enemy rebel force, I won't be able to stop them. Well, actually I take that back. There's a hero here, so the hero can just come out and stop the siege. Okay. We'll have to see. We will have to see. So I'm going to deploy the Banshee in this area, and that gives the entire area a negative 23% chance of things happening for them. So it's going to be pretty tough for them to do anything successfully here.
All shall know me.
I don't have the need to attack here anymore. So since this... Wow, the public order is now rising in Averheim? Wow, corruption is rising, everything. Alright, so I'm going to move my army as fast as humanly possible towards Essen as well. And now I'm going to end this turn. It's really interesting. Just maybe at the beginning of this episode, I was a little bit iffy on our situation. I felt like we were going to be kind of in a dark place. We were really running low on money. We were really running low on income. We were being attacked by multiple forces on all sides. And now at the end of the episode, we were able to pretty much put all of our forces together and focus on a single target. So it looks like the dwarves are being pretty brutal down here, ripping apart that empire place, but I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm actually going to ambush that guy. Believe me, I have not forgotten the transgressions that he did. So we may have a peace treaty for now, but he's still down in here attacking me almost. So I'm going to basically let him do his thing, and then I'm going to take his capital from him as soon as I take Beschafin, and I'm going to burn it to the ground. And then he's going to be in a pretty dark place, like I was. Imagine how that worked. Okay, so my big hero guy, running all the way up top.
What?
This hero will now go to a normal stance and take Essen. And I don't have enough money to take Essen. I don't have enough money to take Essen. Oh, the frustration! All you can do is laugh. Okay, I'm going to move him out of that place so that he doesn't suffer attrition needlessly. Ugh. This is so frustrating, and I have a negative income.
Everything dies.
It is night.
So I'm going to go ahead and improve the range of the aura on this guy, in this hero. You know, he could actually be a pretty good combat hero. He's got a great army. I'm not at war with anybody. I could take Zavastra, which would allow me to control that entire province. That would be good. The problem is I have no money, and many of the units I have are extremely veteran.
Bow before
So I don't want to remove any of the forces of my armies that are actively fighting.
Son wolves.
And I've already destroyed the armies of all the people that are just sitting there. I'm gonna have to get rid of enough zombies to just go positive slightly. Alright, there we go. And with that, I'm gonna... Oh, do I see an opportunity here. So the Winds of Pain for 10 turns, plus 20 magic power for all factions starting. So before we do anything else, we are going to go ahead and end, because we're on turn 60 now, so it seems like a good place. I'd like to thank everybody that went ahead and came in and tuned in for the entire episode, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.